Hey everyone, welcome back to Screen Selections, your go-to channel for the best streaming recommendations. Today we've got something super exciting for you. 10 must-watch movies you can stream right now on YouTube. From action-packed thrillers to heartwarming dramas, we've got a little something for every movie lover out there. And the best part, they won't cost you a dime. So grab your popcorn and stick around for this entire list as we break down the best new selections of free movies on YouTube. 2017's Saban's Power Rangers is a reimagining of the classic 90s superhero team, blending nostalgic elements with a modern twist. The film follows 5 high school teenagers who gain superhuman abilities after discovering mysterious power coins. Together, they must harness their powers and work as a team to stop the evil sorceress, Rita Repulsa, played by Elizabeth Banks. The movie stars Dacre Montgomery as the Red Ranger, Naomi Scott as the Pink Ranger, R.J. Seiler as the Blue Ranger, Becky G as Yellow Ranger, and Ludi Lin as the Black Ranger. While it received mixed reviews from critics, the performances, particularly by R.J. Seiler, were praised for bringing depth to the characters, elevating it above typical superhero fare.
Listen to them, the children of the night.
1970's Count Dracula is a gothic horror film directed by Jesus Franco, offering a more faithful adaptation of Bram Stoker's novel compared to earlier versions. This moody and atmospheric take on the Dracula legend stars Christopher Lee, the iconic actor, as Count Dracula, a role he was famous for portraying. Lee's performance is a more restrained in this version, portraying a Dracula that starts as an old man who becomes progressively younger after feeding on blood. The film also features Herbert Lom as Professor Van Helsing, Klaus Kinski as Renfield, and Soledad Miranda as Lucy. While it didn't receive significant award recognition, Count Dracula is appreciated by fans of vintage horror for its eerie, low-budget charm and, of course, Christopher Lee's iconic presence. A little-known fact about Count Dracula is that Christopher Lee agreed to take on the role because it promised to be a more faithful adaptation of Stoker's novel, something he had long desired after playing more loosely based versions of the character in the Hammer horror series.
You all talk so funny.
Kingsman: The Secret Service is a stylish and action-packed spy thriller directed by Matthew Vaughn, based on the comic book The Secret Service by Mark Miller and Dave Gibbons. The film follows Gary Eggsy Unwin, played by Taron Egerton, a troubled young man who is recruited into a secret British spy organization known as the Kingsmen. Under the mentorship of the suave Harry Hart, portrayed by Colin Firth, Eggsy undergoes rigorous training to stop the tech billionaire villain Richmond Valentine, played by Samuel L. Jackson, from executing a global population control scheme. The film blends over-the-top action sequences, sharp humor, and a fresh take on the spy genre, all with a distinct British charm. Though it didn't win any major awards, Kingsman was widely praised for its bold direction, particularly the creative fight choreography, with standout scenes like the explosive church fight. A little-known fact about the movie is that Colin Firth, known more for his dramatic roles, trained for 6 months to master the intense fight scenes, particularly in preparation for his iconic church sequence, which was filmed in just a few takes without a stunt double for most of the shots.
Both sides. What's your price?
10 million.
Big number.
2003's Runaway Jury is a legal thriller based on John Grisham's novel, delivering a tense courtroom drama that explores the power of jury manipulation in high-stakes lawsuits. The film focuses on a widow's lawsuit against a powerful gun manufacturer after her husband's death in a shooting. The key players are a jury consultant, Rankin Fitch, played by Gene Hackman, hired to manipulate the jury in favor of the gun company, and Nicholas Easter, played by John Cusack, a juror who seems to have his own hidden agenda. Rachel Weisz stars as Marley, Nicholas's mysterious accomplice, while Dustin Hoffman plays Wendell Rohr, the ethical lawyer representing the widow in the trial. The battle between Hackman's and Hoffman's characters adds a riveting dynamic as both actors deliver powerhouse performances. A little-known fact about the film is that it marked the first time Gene Hackman and Dustin Hoffman, two legendary actors, shared a scene together despite having long, prolific careers in Hollywood. Their on-screen confrontation was one of the most anticipated moments of the movie. Man on Fire is a gripping action thriller directed by Tony Scott, featuring a powerful performance by Denzel Washington as John Creasy, a former CIA operative turned bodyguard, who is hired to protect a young girl named Peta Ramos, played by Dakota Fanning, in Mexico City. The story takes a dark turn when Peta is kidnapped despite Creasy's best efforts, pushing him into a relentless and brutal quest for vengeance. Washington's portrayal of Creasy is both intense and emotionally layered, while Dakota Fanning delivers a remarkable performance as the innocent yet spirited child who bonds deeply with her bodyguard. The film balances heart-pounding action with moments of deep emotional connection, making it more than just a standard revenge thriller. A little-known fact about the movie is that it was actually a remake. The original Man on Fire was released in 1987, but the 2004 version took a more stylized and gritty approach, becoming the more famous adaptation. Interestingly, Tony Scott had wanted to direct the original film but was passed over, only to return to direct this version years later.
Team Nate is showing everyone. Be with me on this.
Y'all ready for this? Sucker punk.
Mr. 3000 is a sports comedy drama starring Bernie Mac in one of his most memorable roles as Stan Ross, a cocky, self-absorbed baseball star who retires immediately after reaching 3,000 career hits, believing it guarantees him a spot in the Hall of Fame. However, years later it's discovered that due to a statistical error, Ross is actually 3 hits short of his milestone. Determined to reclaim his legacy, the aging Stan returns to the field to achieve his goal. But in the process, he learns valuable lessons about teamwork, humility, and what it truly means to be great. Bernie Mac's performance is charismatic and funny, bringing both humor and heart to his portrayal of an arrogant yet ultimately redeemable character. The film also features Angela Bassett as Mo Simmons, Stan's former love interest, and a tough sports reporter who helps ground the story in more serious emotional beats. A little-known fact about the movie is that the baseball scenes were filmed at Milwaukee's Miller Park, and Bernie Mac trained with real baseball coaches to authentically portray an aging athlete, even though he was well known for his comedic roles.
Account ledger, but it's in some kind of code.
The badge numbers.
2008's Cleaner is a tense crime thriller directed by Rennie Harlin, featuring Samuel L. Jackson in the lead role as Tom Cutler, a former police officer who runs a crime scene cleanup business. When Tom is hired to clean up a murder scene in what happens to be a routine job, or what it appears to be a routine job anyways, he unwittingly becomes involved in a deeper conspiracy after realizing that the crime hasn't been reported to the authorities. His discovery leads him down a dangerous path as he tries to uncover the truth while protecting himself and his daughter Rose, played by Keke Palmer. Ed Harris plays Eddie Lorenzo, Tom's former partner, while Eva Mendes portrays Ann Norcutt, the widow whose house was the scene of the crime. The film is a slow burn mystery with strong performances, especially from Jackson, who skillfully portrays a man caught between his past and his moral dilemma. A little-known fact about the movie is that Samuel L. Jackson's character Tom Cutler was inspired by real-life crime scene cleaners, and Jackson actually spent time researching and speaking with professionals in his field to add authenticity to his portrayal.
The good. The bad. The ugly.
Don't sleep on a movie just because it's old. The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly, directed by Sergio Leone, is an iconic spaghetti western that is widely considered one of the greatest films in the genre. Set during the American Civil War, the story follows 3 gunslingers: Blondie, played by Clint Eastwood, Tuco, by Eddie Wallach, and Angel Eyes, played by Lee Van Cleef, as they compete to find a hidden cache of Confederate gold. Eastwood's Blondie, the Good, is a stoic and morally ambiguous bounty hunter. Wallach's Tuco, the Ugly, is a cunning, unpredictable bandit, and Van Cleef's Angel Eyes, the Bad, is a ruthless mercenary. The trio's intertwined journey leads to one of the most famous standoffs in cinematic history, set to Ennio Morricone's legendary score. The film is known for its epic storytelling, brilliant use of close-ups, and unforgettable musical cues, all of which contribute to its timeless appeal. A little-known fact about the movie is that during the filming of one of the most intense scenes, Eli Wallach's character was nearly decapitated due to a mishap with an explosives-laden train, but he managed to narrowly escape injury. This accident only added to the film's reputation of having some of the most daring and dangerous stunts in the history of westerns.
Listen, Jamie, I was hoping we could...
Be so good friends.
Exactly. It's like you're reading my mind.
Great, maybe you could read mine.
A Walk to Remember is a touching romantic drama that follows the unlikely relationship between rebellious teenager Landon Carter, played by Shane West, and the quiet, deeply religious Jamie Sullivan, portrayed by Mandy Moore. Set in the small town of Beaufort, North Carolina, the story begins when Landon, after a prank gone wrong, is forced to participate in school activities as punishment, which brings him closer to Jamie. As their relationship grows, Jamie reveals a life-altering secret that changes both of their lives. Directed by Adam Shankman, the film is based on the best-selling novel by Nicholas Sparks. Although it didn't win any major awards, it has since gained a loyal fan base for its heartfelt story and strong performances, particularly Moore's portrayal of Jamie, which helped establish her acting career. A little-known fact about the movie is that Shane West was so attached to the car his character drives, a 1967 Chevy Camaro, that he ended up purchasing it after filming Wrapped.
By himself.
What's the matter?
I have a headache.
It might be a tumor.
It's not a tumor.
Kindergarten Cop is a family-friendly action comedy that stars Arnold Schwarzenegger in a rare comedic role as John Kimball, a tough and no-nonsense police detective who goes undercover as a kindergarten teacher to track down a dangerous criminal. As he navigates the chaos of managing a classroom full of energetic 5-year-olds, Kimball unexpectedly discovers the softer side of himself while still pursuing his case. Alongside Schwarzenegger, Penelope Ann Miller plays the love interest Joyce, and Pamela Reed portrays Kimball's partner, Detective Phoebe O'Hara. Directed by Ivan Reitman, the film blends humor, action, and heartwarming moments, making it a fun watch for all ages. While Kindergarten Cop didn't win any significant awards, it was a box office success and became a cult favorite over the years for its unique mix of genres. A little-known fact about the movie is that the children in Kimball's class were intentionally kept unaware that Arnold Schwarzenegger was a famous action star during filming to capture their genuine reactions to him as their teacher. Thanks for watching the 10 must-watch free movies on YouTube right now. If you enjoyed this list, please be sure to give the video a thumbs up and subscribe for more recommendations. Don't forget to hit the notification bell so you never miss an update. Let us know in the comments which movie you're excited to watch, or if you have any other free favorites we should check out. Thank you for having us on your screen, and good luck with your selections, and I'll see you next time on Screen Selections.